What up, YouTube? This is Crypto Roots. And I just want to say I appreciate all the support. You know, this is going to be part 2 about my experience being Brother Polight's mentee. And this is nothing but the truth. I'm at the point where I'm already facing, I probably won't get my money back. And I'm doing whatever I can on the back end to see what I can do to get back. But he's ignoring my calls. He's not talking to me. But now I just want to, and I've been sick within the 3 times within the last like month and a half. I haven't begun to sleep. The anxiety it's been rough. So I need to get this off my chest so I can move forward and do positive things for myself and our community. So, hotel investments. I forgot to mention that. So I told you about the tax liens. Now, before I went out to LA, Polight was saying, hey, yo, I flip hotel rooms. You want to get in on that investment? And I'm saying, obviously, sure. So he's like, all right, well, I buy rooms in Vegas or in LA, and then I flip them to wealthy clients. You could pay for the room, and then you'll get a return on your investment. And so I said, yeah. So for like 2 weeks, almost every day or every other day, Polight would call me, said, stay on the phone, I'm gonna get the hotel people. He calls the hotel people. Soon as they're ready to charge, he tells me to give him my debit card information. And I do, because I'm his mentee now. You know what I'm saying? I already came this far. So I'm not even sure how much I invested. It's anywhere from $8,000 to $9,000 in hotel rooms, maybe even, I'm not sure. And I was supposed to get, later he told me I was gonna get about 16,000 back or something like that. So I was really impressed. So now I'm paying for rooms, expensive hotels in Vegas and the Luxor and on Dawes in LA and it have to be a certain square footage, and he's got wealthy clients. And he told me, I'm gonna send you an itemized list of all that you purchase, all the hotel rooms. I'm gonna send you a list. My accountant or somebody's gonna send you a list. I'm thinking, dope, like something like official now, something I could get official. And I waited, and then I never got anything. And then I hit him up because he was calling me for more hotel rooms nonstop. And I said, yo, I never got the list. He's like, you never got it? I'm gonna send it. Well, I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna have my somebody, a CPA or somebody send it again. And I said, okay. And that was kind of that. Like, and then it just so happened, like, so many, what he does is he just presents more and more opportunities, and then you get distracted by trying to keep up with all the opportunities. And he has, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna send this. So we already had the tax liens. I sent him money for the trust. I sent him money for the mentorship. I sent him money for the tax liens. And then I was paying on the phone for the hotel rooms, with my debit cards. And then he presented the condo opportunity. So I got a list of a few I just have a list of just these different things that are just eating at my consciousness, and I have to just let them out. So, and they're not exactly in chronologically order, but I'm explaining them best I can. So I was sleeping in Polight's, I was Polight's driver 24/7, and I felt like to be in his inner circle, I had to do something to provide something, more than just my investment money. Because he's like, I normally don't invite mentees, I normally don't invite people out here, I don't even hang out with men, So I felt like being his driver was the one way to kind of just be in a circle and kind of like, just, be a part of whatever he's doing and just kind of watch and observe and, take notes. And so I was at his beck and call. I was sleeping in his car. Every time I'd fall asleep, he'd call me 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter. I had to get up, and because it was his car, remember? I was paying, and I didn't even realize it was rented. He told me it was his car. And so one night, he calls me and say, hey, G, can you meet me over here? I'm thinking, damn. So I drive, and I'm like sleeping in the car. He pulls up, and he's got this other woman there. And he's got like house slippers and shit. And I'm thinking, damn, like, he just got done smashing. Like in my head, he just got done smashing, like no joke. And he's like, yo, can you drop her off? And I've never seen this girl before. And I'm like looking at her like, what? Like, and he's just like, yo, she lives about 30 minutes away. And I'm like, damn, man, 30 minutes away. It's like, I'm fucking tired. I'm like, all right, man, no problem. I'll do it, you know? And this chick, I'm not here to be judging no one, but as far as the woman Polight, she was not at all nearly attractive. And I'm thinking, whoa, like Polight would smash this chick? She started smoking cigarettes in the car. I'm thinking like, yo, like, can you what? Polight like bangs chicks that smoke cigarettes? I'm thinking like in my head, like, she's loud, she's overweight, she's talkative. And I ended up driving her over an hour and a half away in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to drive her. If you ever been from LA to Vegas, damn near literally on the way to Vegas, I had to drop her off. And not only that, I had to drive all the way back to get to my Airbnb just to get some sleep. And I was so upset and angry with Polight. Like, I wanted to just be like, yo, I can't do this. I can't drive more than 30 minutes away. Like, I you know, and I didn't say nothing. I just kept it to myself. And so a few weeks, like a couple nights later, Polight hits me up. He's like, you got an old $50 bill. And I'm like, what the what is he? He's like, I know it's odd, but do you have an old $50 bill? And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I can go in the store and check to maybe see if they have an old. That's like the weirdest request I've ever heard anyone ask me. So I go and I'm asking people like, nah, we just got new $50 bills. And I'm like, Polight, like they just got new $50 bills. And he's just like, all right, whatever, bring it. And I get in the car with Polight, and he's like, yo, you know that chick the other day? She catfished me. She showed me fake pictures. She pretended to be someone she's not. It was a mentorship. I'm like, damn, bro, I thought you smashed her. He's like, nah, no way. She paid me for the mentorship, so I went and picked her up, and da-da-da-da-da. And she was just talking. I'm like, damn, like, he's like, bro, she drove me over. He was like, what? And he's like, yo, he's like, she left her wallet in my car, and she keeps calling me to get her wallet out of my car because she has her last $200. But it just so happens that my aunt asked me for some money, came in my car, and went in the black wallet and took the wallet, thinking it was her dad's money, but ended up being the lady's money, right? So, and then Aminette comes a few days later and finds that woman's ID in Polight's car, and like, who is this chick? And Polight's like, I don't know who that is. Who is this chick? And so he was like, yo, Aminette was tripping on me. And so he's like, yo, I gotta get this chick out of my life. Like, she's I don't know, she probably purposely left her wallet in my car. And she said she left the last $200, and I need to mail her wallet with the money back. But he's like, my aunt took the money and spent it. And he's like, I'm so fucking smart. I'm a genius. I know how much money was exactly there. So he's like, can you give me a $100 bill? Can you give me a $50 bill? Can you give me a $5 bill? And I'm like, he's like, can you put in the wallet? And he's like, I'll pay you back later. But put in the wallet, and can you mail it overnight? And I'm like, he's like, I need to get this off me as soon as possible. And I'm like, all right. At that time, like, I'm already in too deep. So I had to give him my $155. I had to go to the post office, wait in line, pay $27 to have it overnight shipped it to her, so that Polight wouldn't have to trip no more, wouldn't have to worry. I did that shit, you know? Never paid me back. Never paid me back. All right. So now this was towards the end of my experience with him. And this is just whatever way I wrote it down. And I was waiting in the park because the car rental, I was sleeping in his car. And I at this point, I ran out of most of my money. I gave it most of Polight. And so the car had to get took and had to go on a run. I don't know what that meant. So I was out on the streets with my luggage. And I'm like, Polight, like this, like I need a place to stay. I need a place to stay. I'm in the park. And I've been in the park. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get somebody to get you a hotel room, and you're gonna be all right. It's be cool, and da 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 da. Just wait at the park. I literally, this was the second day in the row. I didn't even tell you about the day before. I waited in the park with all my luggage for like 7 hours, right? And I'm from Hawaii. LA was super cold. I'm sitting there and it's dark at night. I'm out there, I'm like, Polight, yo. He was texting me throughout the whole day, yo, within the next hour, within the next hour, within the next hour, I'm gonna get you. And I'm sitting there and it's cold and dark at night and I got all my luggage with me. There was a manhunt. Helicopters, police, all guns coming out in the park. I'm the only one with the park. The helicopters are coming and they're shining the light on me. The police are all coming. I'm the only one in the park, black dude in LA with all my shit. And I'm like, wow. Like, I'm like, I can't even move. I can't even run. Like, I'm just like total suspect right now. The lights are on me. And I take a picture and show Polight. I send the picture like, yo, Polight, like, I need to get out of here. Like they're out there on a manhunt right now. It's like, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about it. You da 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 da. And I'm like, whoa, like he's texting, I'm sitting in the video. And he's like, oh, you're just paranoid. You're just paranoid. You're just always paranoid because I smoke weed. So he just likes to take advantage of that and say I'm paranoid. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm actually kind of keeping my cool as much as possible. So I need a place. I need a place now, man. Like I've been waiting all day. I need a place now. I'm cold, bro. So I get a text later, and he's like, all right, confirmation. Show up to this hotel, and you got it. It's already paid for you, right? I still have to pay for my own Uber there. So I just slowly, as the helicopters are looking at me, I'm like slowly walking towards the street, like fuck, like walking by cops are like shining their lights on me, and I'm like, you know, just like, and then I get my Uber. I go to the hotel room. So by the way, I'm paying for Nina's hotel rooms at the most expensive ones in Hollywood. I'm paying for hotel rooms over in Vegas. I'm paying for expensive hotels left and right. I'm thinking Polight, like in my mind, this was me being foolish, thinking like, yo, I'm at least get like a nice spot to stay for the night, like to sleep for the night. Nope, ended at some like kind of dirtbag like hotel, and I show up to the dude, and the one was like, did you purchase this? I'm like, nah, somebody else purchased it for me. And he's like, no, you have to show your ID, you have to show your credit, you have to be the purchaser to check in. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, he was like, yep, that's the way we do it. And I'm thinking, damn, I'm almost breaking down. I call Polight. I'm like, yo, man, like they said I had to be the purchaser of the ticket to check in the room. He's like, what? They never do. He's like, they never do that at the fancy hotels. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just get me a fucking room, like at a hotel, like, you know, like in my mind. And this was like the part. This was getting that close. So he's like, all right, well, go to this other hotel over on Sunset somewhere in West Hollywood. And it's going to only cost you $80 a night. I'll pay you back. And I'm thinking, so I had to pay for an Uber there. I show up, dirtier, nastier hotel, like, than the one before. And I'm thinking, so I go and I check in, and it's an Indian couple, and they start disrespecting me. They start trying to steal my money. They're overcharging me. I told them, and then they didn't even give me a receipt. I had to ask them, they just like, were so rude to me. I go in the room, I look in the room, it literally looked like someone died in the room. It looked like it's 1970s. It was like some Jim Morrison hotel. That was the hotel where Jim Morrison said. It was old. And the room was dirty. And I broke down, man. I wanted to fucking die. I really wanted to kill myself. I wanted to die. I was like, why would this person fucking do this to me? Like, why? And why? Like, why would I? I'm alone. I'm broke, and I didn't give it all up. And this is what I get in return. And he's calling me paranoid. He's calling me, you know, just chill out, bro. And so that's when I broke down. And I'm lucky I couldn't find something to really hang myself from, and I cried myself to sleep. And then I woke up the next morning, I told Polight I couldn't do this. I gotta leave. So now, fast forward that, I'm driving his car around. I mean, backwards, and let me know when it hits, like, you know. I'm driving his car around, and the battery kept dying. The car battery kept dying of the black GMC, and I had to keep getting it jumped. And he kept blaming it on me, like, you just running the battery dry. I'm like, dude, I'm barely using it. I'm barely using it. And one time, his other mentee, we were sleeping in the car with me and his other mentee, who he owes over 50K to. We were sleeping in the car for weeks together, man. It was so uncomfortable. Like, it was uncomfortable because we had to always drive everyone around. So he gave his mentee money to go buy car jumper batteries to get the car jumped. Then he told the mentee to go return it for the money back. And I'm thinking, why, in my head, why would you do that when you know the car? Just have it. It's better to have it on you. And I constantly had to go keep asking random people on the street, can you please give me a jump? And I had to keep doing it after that because I'm like, yo, can you get this car changed? Car battery changed. So one of the nights I had to keep getting the car battery changed. He invited me to the movies with his family. He's like, AJ, you want to come to the movies with my family? And I'm like, sure, bro. Like, you know, cause he kept calling, you like family now. You like my little brother. You like family now. Like, you cool. He's like, he was like, even told me I was gonna invite you to stay with us so we can work on the crypto course. And I'm thinking, damn, in the back of my head, like, that would save me money and make me, you know, like, you know. And that's the Vegas trip. That's after the Texas trip. So I'm getting that over. So he asked me to go to the movies, but I got so exhausted from just running around and driving him around, not getting sleep, that it got late at night and Polight was supposed to go to the movies, and I didn't know what time. And then Aminette called me, and I just was about to pass out. And I texted Aminette, and I'm like, yo, I can't make it. Can you tell Polight I can't make it? And I knocked out hard. And then I woke up to my phone. Polight's just furious, yelling at me. But, you know, Aminette, say you refuse to go to the movies, and, you know, you how dare you? I paid for your ticket, and, you know, da-da-da. And I'm thinking, fuck, like, you know, and then he's like screaming at me. He's like, did you talk to me? Did you call me? Did you call me? He's like, you know, you call Aminette, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, bro, like, I'm sorry, like I was tired, bro. I thought you had, like, I told you I haven't been, I thought you had to actually go to the movies to buy tickets. Like, and it's like, nah, bro, it's 2019. You can buy tickets online now. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't been in the movies. I don't ever go to the movies, ever. Like, you know? He's like, all right, well, whatever. I'm not tripping. Like, whatever. It's all good. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, I apologize, bro. From now on, I'll talk to you directly if there's anything that goes on. And so I had, you know, had to deal with that. Now, when I get to LA, also when we went to Vegas, I had to pay for our hotel rooms to do the music studio with Nina. Somehow, some way, we come up with a hit record. I'm not gonna lie. Nina's not, I'm not just trying to, like, straight up disrespect her, but she's not that talented. She's pretty, and, you know, but she's not that talented. So I'm in Mexico and they're just blowing up fireworks. But so Polight is writing her lyrics and kind of rehearsing. She's not a rapper, she's not a singer, she's not a dancer. But somehow she pulls it off when we get a hit record. Polight goes to a club one night. I drop all of him and his wives off. And I refused to go in the club because I didn't like the atmosphere. There's just too much homeless people everywhere. And I told Aminette and Ra'at, there's just too much poverty for me to try to enjoy myself with all this wealth around. So da-da-da-da-da, Polight hands the CD, hands the record. People like it. Apparently, that's what he tells me. So the next day, Polight's like, yo, meet me here, meet me here. So I meet him there and he's like, yo, it's unbelievable, bro. I just signed a deal, $1.2 million with Sony for Nina. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable. And he's like, I liked your vibe, bro. I liked your energy. Like, I liked having you around. And since this is what comes out of having you around, I want you to be part of this deal. We just got to shoot another song. We got to make two more music videos. And, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm going to give you 10%. I'm going to give you 120,000. You know, just for joining and being along and, you know, saying handling everything we need. And I'm like, wow, damn, 6 figures, like, you know, just for hanging out. And just, you know, it's my dream to be in the music industry and seeing this. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm just like caught up. And then a few days later, Polight's like, yo, you know what? Like, we really grinding, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like your vibe, your energy. I'm gonna give you 15% or something. He's like, I'm gonna give you 150,000. You just rock with us. I may need a little investment. Like, I may need just a little bit, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Like, you're gonna make so much money back in return. She's like, I just need about $3,000. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, that's cool. Like, you know, in the back of my mind, we still haven't got the condo. We still haven't even looked at any condos. And I'm thinking, damn, like, I'm spending all this money, but like, I'm out here, I'm spending money to, like, will I have enough money for the condo? So I'm saying, like, let's not pass out on this opportunity. Let's not pass out on this opportunity. So I give him $3,000. And he's like, oh, we're gonna buy a strip club for the night. I'm gonna pay for the strip club. We're gonna shoot the music video, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, all right, like, cool, like, you know, for sure. Now, so, and then a couple weeks later, he's like, yo, da-da-da-da-da, we're doing big business. It's gonna be big. I need $2 more $1,000. So it's like $5 grand, that's it. 5 grand, and you're gonna make $150,000 back. And I'm thinking, I'm in too deep now at this point. So, and he's like, I'm gonna get you to $250,000. He told me this while I'm sitting. He's like, I'm gonna get you to $250,000. You know what I'm saying? 250,000, that's my goal for you. So in the back of my mind, it's like, yo, don't ruin this opportunity with your master teacher who's trying to get you to 250,000. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that money you started off with from your father's insurance, life insurance, you're gonna make back that twice and more in return. I'm thinking, damn, all right. So we hit that $5,000 budget. And I'm gonna tell you how we hit that $5,000 budget. But it just so happens he needed $2 more a couple weeks later, so $7,000 budget. Ended up being, I had to buy Nina's clothes, thousands of dollars worth of Nina's clothes. Every time Nina went out, literally every time Nina went out, she had to have a new outfit. Had to, and she spent hours buying it, and it kept pissing Polight off because he had kept having to miss events, and we show up to the event, and it's already over, and Nina's all dressed up. I'm not saying she's a slut, but she's dressed in slutty, like literally dressed in slutty, and I'm paying for the whole thing. It's like, save your receipts, that's investing, save your receipts, right? And I'm paying for all her clothes, and her clothes are just piling up, shoes, heels, this and that, and I didn't realize at the time I was paying for all the studio time. I didn't realize I was paying for the engineer. I didn't realize I was paying for Loaded Lux. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was paying for King Losis studio because Polight invited them to get a track with Nina. And I didn't realize, and then while at the studio, he would have me, he's like, yo, G, can you run at the ATM and withdraw as much as you can? And I'm like, I can only pull out $500 like for a day. He's like, all right, pull that out. And he would have me go to downtown LA or someplace sketchy in the middle of the night because they're recording in the studio all night. And I have to, bums, fucking weirdos, drug addicts, I'm having to pull out $500 in cash by myself in the middle of the night, like in LA and Hollywood. Like, and I get back to this, I'm like, I can't do that, man. Like, I can't do that. Like, he's like, all right, G. Yeah, all right. So that was the whole, and apparently later, Nina didn't even know about that he was cutting me in on the deal. And there was an argument about him and her over the money. And then they got in an argument. Remember I told you he flipped out. They had an argument over who should have more camera time. I'm not joking. Like literally, like they were so high on their egotistical attention thing. They were fighting over who should have more camera time while the production of the music album. Like, and I'm thinking, I didn't say nothing. We still got some time?
It's 24 minutes.
24 minutes? All right, one last thing. I paid, one time Polight called me up, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, he already had the car, they took the car, and he called me up, And he's like, yo, G, you got a place I can stay. The hotel didn't work out for me and Nina. Can we stay at your Airbnb right now? And I'm thinking, fuck, like, I guess I can just like, kind of like clean up my room and let them stay and I'll sleep on the couch. And then I realized there was another extra room in the Airbnb, but the owners were already, it was already late. And I'm thinking, damn, this is so disrespectful and such a risk, but I'm gonna have to take it because this is my master teacher. So I'm saying, yeah, bro, I got a place for you to stay. I got a place for you to stay tonight. So he comes in late at night with Nina. I say, hey, you can stay in this room. In the morning, I text the owner. I'm saying, hey, yo, like, I apologize. I know I shouldn't have done this, but my mentor, he needed a place. They were like, you what? Oh my God, you know, we were gonna, you should have got kicked out last night because someone was supposed to show up at the exact same time, but you're lucky that they didn't show up, they missed the flight. And I had to like, I paid for the room, I paid for it, I'm like, and then I'm telling like Polight, I'm getting low on money, can you reimburse me? And then Polight's like, oh, you know, something about your trust needs to be upgraded. And I'm like, all right, just put it towards the trust, man, like, you know, put it towards the trust. And so I paid for his room, I looked out for him, I took that risk just so he had a place to stay. And I'm thinking, he's like, oh bro, you didn't have to do that, you didn't have to do that, I could have found a place to stay. And I'm thinking like, well then why would you call me if, you know what I'm saying? So I really, really looked out for him. And he kept saying I had to pay more money for the trust because he didn't realize how much money I was gonna be making. So I had to keep paying more money to upgrade the trust because I'm gonna be making so much more money. So that's all the time I got now, and so that's part 2. I got it, you know what I'm saying? That's part 2. Aloha, peace.